Okay, so you guys know I've recently stripped the 2,000-gallon aquarium and I'm taking it back and putting in the fish that it was originally built for. And that is, well, my freshwater stingrays. To bring you up to speed, we stripped this tank down, buffed the acrylic on there, which looks tremendously better at this point, but I probably need to do it again. It's not that big of a deal. Without the big tree trunk in it, you see that tree trunk in there? Remember when it used to be in here? That used to support the lids up here, and if I don't have supports, these are too flimsy. So I took rope and drilled it into these tiny little screws into the acrylic, and it wraps around the stand and comes back out, and it's taut. So now I can take the lids off, put them on way easier. We just have these two green strings. It's not that big of a deal. Nobody knew, and nobody would know unless I showed you. I still have to build a big filter for this. The filter that's on it right now is just not cutting it anymore. You remember we also tiled the bottom, and this is going to be one of the first times you get a good look at it. As you can see, like I mentioned before, there's a few spots in the back that doesn't have tile. I don't think anybody would notice if I didn't say that. That's just debris. It's like a fine debris that the rays will cause to get up out of the water, and the filter will take it out. But today we're moving the stingrays. Oh, and this big tree, I know that it's all lopsided and cut up, and it's a mess out here, but that's what I was doing. I was cutting it to do something very, 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 very cool with it. I think I'll show you in the next video. Anyways, let's get these guys in their new tank. Correction, their original aquarium, and they're going back into it for the first time in almost 2 years. Big enough net to get them. Probably should move this big tree, but I don't want to right now. The Beischer's going in there as well. I know a lot of you guys ask about the Beischer. He's going there too. They're not going to like this. Oh, he's a big boy. In you go, my friend. So what I'm trying to do here is get him to swim up the sides, because they're like suction cups when they want to be. And you don't want to hurt them, you just want to guide them in. Here's the boy. Just guide them along, get her over to the other side, and they'll likely just swim right into it. Water quality and parameters match identically. This is the gallery, so every tank is the same temperature. We heat the room, not the aquariums. You can notice that she's not stressed. She's not trying to attack the net or stab it with her tail. Those tails will come up like scorpions when they're really upset. This is the second time this fish has ever been in a net in 5-6 years. So she's handling it really well. All these fish, oh my Lord, she's heavy. She must be close to 10 pounds. See her? All right, big girl, you're okay. The net's cut on her. There you go. So what we look for when we originally add them in is we want to make sure their discs aren't curling. It's okay for them just to sit there. They look a lot smaller in this tank. Mind you, each one of these are, the tiles are 2 feet by 1 feet, so you can get a better idea of their actual size at this point. Look at her, go on this side. So we're just looking to make sure it's okay if they just sit there and they're not doing much. We just want to watch and make sure that their discs don't curl up. That's the death curl. That's when they're incredibly stressed. But the move was really quick. Water parameters match, and they'll do really well in this tank. The other tank was 29 inches deep. This one technically isn't filled to the top, So it doesn't have 4 feet of water. It only has a few more inches than that 29. You know, maybe a foot or something. The Beischer's the last fish to go in there for now. And this is a different story. I don't know how long it's going to take me to catch them. Hopefully not too long. I might have to use a different type of net, but he might also just get right into it. I can't see him back there. This filter has so many particles in the water that it's tough to see the fish when they're far away. There he goes. Come on, bro. And this is a big, heavy net too, so it's hard to move through the water. You want to try not to chase, but rather just block them off. Look, see how smart he is? No wonder they've been around since the dinosaurs. No, God, he got out. There he is. Now we can take a look and see how big he's gotten. He's pretty big. We got him when he was just like this. It's okay, Beischers can breathe oxygen or breathe air. It's not going to hurt him. And rays are in. Beischers in at the back there. I don't know if you could see them. They stirred up everything that was on the ground there, like I said they would. Now the filter could actually get it. And they're going to do absolutely amazing in here. I know that this tank looks bare. I know. I think the background really saves it. But and I know this isn't for everybody. I know that like not everybody's going to like a bare bottom aquarium. But I got to tell you, like seeing this once again makes me so happy. It's everything that I love about rays. And the reason I started building fish tanks in the first place, these guys are literally the reason. Freshwater stingrays are literally the reason the King of DIY exists in the first place. I feel so much better. I feel like so relieved. You know, I justified building this whole building just to build this tank in it, just to give them to the rays. Then I wanted to bring them in public and show you guys them in the public aquarium, and you know that never happened. But you know, I want my 2000 back, and some people won't understand it, some won't like it. I agree, it looked better with the other fish in it and as more of an Amazon type tank. But I mean, that's debatable. I love this. I love it. I wanted this back so badly for a long time, and I was so crushed on so many levels. But now I got it back. And I can't even begin to tell you how happy I really am. Look at the king. Look at him. Isn't it nice not to see scratches all over the tank anymore? They're just on the inside now. But isn't he just gorgeous? Just an absolute stunner of a fish. Just gorgeous. Beautiful. And isn't he just stunning up there? Oh, and with that tank being up there, anytime I have friends or anything come over, they love looking at everything, but then once they see him, they go, oh! Like, you know, like they literally gasp. Maybe it's the shock of that tank being up there, but I'd like to think it's because he's just absolutely stunning. And this tank, I know, like I said, was really cool as a community tank. And I know you guys loved it, but at some point, I gotta be happy too. And I bet you're gonna like what I do with the 700 gallon a heck of a lot more. And in the next video, I'll show you what I'm up to.